All right. Well, hey, we got Barrel and Awe, as we always do. It is, of course, brought to you by BuellSurf.com. BuellGrit25 is the promo code to save you 25%. We're giving away a wetsuit at the end of the month for pros in the wild, so look forward to that. First, Barrel and Awe comes from a caller.
Hey, great guys. I've got a question, or maybe a barrel or not. And that is naming your kid or giving your kid a Hawaiian name if you're not Hawaiian. I asked about Hawaiian and Polynesian tattoos a couple of weeks ago. Well, let's move on to names, right? I think since Kai Lenny got popular, I've heard so many Kai names. Same thing with Koa. I hear Koa, 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 but none of them are actually Hawaiian. It could be in reference to the Hawaiian culture. You like that name, that's fine. But if you're not Hawaiian, you're just some like tasty white schlum from nowhere. Maybe you surf, maybe you don't. I mean, should you give your kid that Hawaiian name if they have no Hawaiian blood whatsoever?
Whatever. How about I just tell you what it was about?
Yes.
I'll add it in post-production. Giving your kid a Hawaiian name.
Okay. We ready?
Yep, ready.
Giving your kid a Hawaiian name. This is tough, dicey, spotty.
Well, no other culture has been affected by this like the Hawaiians have. Like, you don't hear like stereotypical Chinese names being given to white kids. Or Native American names given to Asian kids or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
So really the barrel or not here, though, is, let's be honest, it's giving a Hawaiian name to a white kid is specifically.
It's usually the white people that are appropriating, for sure. For sure. I don't know a lot of, Hispanic families that are naming their kid.
Chemo?
Yeah, exactly.
Chemo Hernandez?
Exactly.
I'm going to go... Oddly, I'm going to go barrel. It is very dangerous, though all things equal, Kalohe Andino is one of my favorite surf names ever. Little Rascal in Hawaiian, for those who don't know, Kalohe Andino. It's a great name, is it not?
It's a good name.
If I say no barrel, Kalohe Andino, one of my favorite surf names, doesn't exist. So I have to go barrel. I have to think.
You can't choose the outlier as the definition of the rule.
But, I mean, okay, I know a lot of Koas. I know a lot of, I mean, what's better? I'm going to say, is it better to give your white child, a Hawaiian name or name him Taj?
Hawaiian child a white name or name the...
No, your white child a Hawaiian name.
Okay.
Is it better?
Or Taj.
Would should it be Koa Smith or Taj Smith?
I like Taj better.
You prefer Taj, it's crazy that Taj Burrow was that influential, that there is amongst they're probably now 18, 19, on down. It's probably like 15 to 21 or something. Part of a generation named Taj because of Taj Burrow exclusively. It
was just unique enough. You know what I mean? Like there weren't so many other Tajes. Like, I don't know, Kelly. There's too many Kellys at this point. Like you wouldn't want to do it. But Taj was just unique enough to where you felt like you were the only one doing it.
I know, but a nod to Taj Burrow Taj Burrow, you were so influential upon my life that I am naming my child after you.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the name too, but anyway, I'm going to go for a barrel. I think there's enough. It's real awkward if it's like the sort of new transplant family with money to, like if Zuckerberg and Priscilla Chan named their son,
Makua.
Makua Zuckerberg, then clearly, that is awful. But then again, anything Mark Zuckerberg does is awful. But like a recent transplant rich family to the islands, naming your kid, whatever, that seems like appropriation. Everything else seems like appreciation, I'm going to say.
Interesting. So I say nah, Barrel. And the reason why is the only victim here is your kid, essentially, and yourselves. Like, I'm not offended for the Hawaiian people on the appropriation kind of aspect of it. It's just, if you give a kid a name that is so foreign to their existence in the world, it's only gonna hinder their upbringing.
What if they live
and make you look stupid too?
Beachside, Southern California? Because you could say ostensibly it's happened enough. There's not going to be like, I mean, it depends on how Hawaiian here, let's be honest. Like if you name your kid Kamehameha Smith.
Right.
I like that though. Kamehameha's got a little bit of ring, Cam. But I'm going to say the standards now have been accepted into the canon of beach America. And I'll say that those are Koa. I guess it's mostly Koa.
All right, so Koa is acceptable. All other names off the table. All right, well, we'll call that a split. I'm going nah, you're going yeah. The next call actually comes from longtime contributor Jay Martinez.
Oh, David, Lee, and Chaz, this is Jay Martinez calling from the Space Coast. I got a barrel or not. First off, you guys kind of led me astray with the trust in us about the board short washing frequency. I just think your response of like never washing them was kind of a Cali-centric type of point of view. Us Floridians were wearing board shorts all day, every day, free balling, and you wear it from start to finish in a day. What am I going to do? Like my laundry situation is a conundrum. I don't know what to do about that, but this is the barrel or not. Me and my buddy are pulling a strike mission to an undisclosed location. We book the window and aisle seat on all these flights that we're on together. So is this like kind of a power move or what? Is like two bros like independently booking tickets and getting the window and aisle? What do you guys think? Peace.
I mean, yes, let's be honest. If you can, why not? Better is aisle and aisle across from each other. I don't know who wants the window, to be honest. And you're like jammed. Yes, you can lean up against it to snooze, but that's the only thing, the window, and you could peek out at various towns that you fly over. But that is a power move. It's also a selfish move, and where I can in society, I like to tamp down the selfishness because somebody's ending up in that middle seat. Like flights do not, long gone are the days, I think. How many flights have you been on lately, David Lee? You've been on a few.
A few.
Was the airplane jammed to the gills?
Yes.
Every time now. The day and age of, I think, flying with empty seats is over. The airlines, both through technology or cheapness or whatever, rudeness, have gotten such that every seat will be filled. So I think that back in the day, if you say, hey, we can book the aisle and the window, and then nobody will want that one single seat. And so we'll ostensibly have a row to ourselves. That happened 10 years ago. That doesn't happen anymore. So you're forcing somebody in between you, which to me, that seems, yes, you and your buddy are comfortable. Yeah. You're making somebody else uncomfortable. And so one of you should take the hit because your discomfort in that middle seat will be half as much as that other person because you at least will be sitting next to somebody you know. And yes, it's a little more uncomfortable. But let's be honest, the middle seat is only a tiny bit less comfortable than the window seat.
Totally. Well, the window seat you get to rest your head up against if you need to take a nap.
That is the only benefit of the window seat.
But you already said it, and I don't know if we've ever discussed this on air before, but going aisle and aisle is the move.
That's the move, because then you're leaving two on each side, so people can still sit like aisle and aisle. If you have that much flexibility in picking seats, aisle and aisle across from each other is the only thing to do.
Even with your romantic partner, that's still great. You have plenty of, you can talk still, you're close enough to absolutely communicate, and you have just enough space, and you have access to the bathroom anytime you want it without asking anybody to move.
That is the power move that doesn't also put your fellow traveler out.
Exactly. Boom. Solved that one. All right, final barrel or not comes from the photo that Surf Equality posted of me sipping on a drink using straws.
Ooh.
As a male. As a male. I think it's a lot of females use straws if they're wearing lipstick or whatever. I think it helps protect, but using straws.
I think, what is it, Crazy Something Love, Crazy Stupid Love, where Ryan Gosling in the news now for his turn as Ken, led a recently broken up with his wife, what's his name from The Office?
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, on a romantic journey, how to get babes, basically, and told him directly, you don't drink from a straw, you look like you're sucking on a tiny schwanz, I think is the exact quote. And I've thought about that, and so I've gone away from straws, but at some point in my life, I thought, Ryan Reynolds is wrong there. I'm not going to let Ryan Reynolds dictate my entire style based on what he told Steve Carell in a movie from 15 years ago. I think the straw is totally drink dependent and specific. That little cocktail straw, for example, if you have a nice vodka soda, let's say, you don't start drinking with that straw, right? You hold it off to the side. You drink. At some point, though, you're going to get down enough in the drink where you can't get it anymore, and just a little straw will help, right?
Helps you get the dregs.
Yep. And I think the same will go for, what else? Like your daiquiri, I would imagine, at some point, like that straw was essential to the daiquiri.
Yeah, it's a blended frozen drink.
How else? Yeah, you can get a big mustache every time.
Yeah, exactly.
But, so I will say drinking with a straw, 100% drink specific. If it is not a blended drink, you never start with the straw, but keep the straw around in order to get to the bottom. Don't ask for a straw. You don't want to pollute the earth unnecessarily. But if that straw is coming and it's there, don't neglect the straw just because you think you're sucking on a tiny schwanz.
It's a complicated straw policy. You know why I don't use straws?
Because you're an environmentalist.
I like turtles. Don't want those little guys choking on a plastic unnecessarily. They're already dealing with the 6-pack holders, the little plastic rings. They've got enough to deal with. Do not infect them with straws.
I'm with you 1,000%. Like, the straws are a gross pollutant that we don't need. If we could get rid of straws as society, all in, go to metal straws only for your daiquiri, etc., 100%. I'm right with you. I'm just saying, if the straw comes and it's already there, and you forgot to say, please, no straw, please, don't not use the straw just because you're trying to prove a point of your manhood.
Or trying to listen to Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we solved that one.